basis for this message. And this is not rambling. You read from the Psalms, the psalmist prays, "Teach me, O Lord. Teach me, O Lord." And you'll find that in the Psalms in many places and throughout the Bible, a request for God to function as a teacher would function in a classroom, in our educational system, or in our graduate level or undergraduate level classrooms. Be a teacher to me, O God, and show me what I need to see. And usually in the Psalms it's something like, "Teach me thy statutes, teach me thy judgments, teach me thy ways. I have a lot that I have to learn. And you, God, are to be a teacher to me." Now, we pick this up in the Apostle Paul, because the Apostle Paul, in the scripture reading I gave to you in Philippians, will say, "I have learned. I have learned. I've been a student these number of years, and I have learned, O God, from what you have taught me." And I got to thinking a little bit about this in terms of being in educational system, K through 12, and undergraduate work, and then more graduate work. And I'll be honest with you, I don't ever remember going up to any teacher saying, "Teach me." It was just whatever was in that classroom was being, in a sense, pushed upon you in the classroom. But I do remember going to my grandparents and say, "Teach me how to play bridge," the card game. I do remember going to a friend and saying, "Teach me how to play chess." I do remember going to someone else when I was playing baseball, "Teach me how to throw a curveball. Teach me." So that cry of "teach me" needs to go out to God, even though in the educational system I don't think it's there. But in God's educational system, every believer needs to cry out, "Teach me, O God, show me." And Paul will say, "I have learned in my Christian walk to be content in whatsoever state I dwell." Now, a lot of times my wife will say something like, "Well, where do you think we should retire? Where should we move to? What state?" She'll list different states like Florida or Tennessee or whatever. And I'll say, "I got the right state. What is it?" "The state of contentment." Of course, she's not really too keen on my humor or even the way I approach things. But you see, Paul was a learner. You are to be a learner. God is to be instructor to you. And what is it that he's showing you? I don't know. You'd have to tell me. We'd have to have conversations. And that would be a great thing. Maybe even after service and say, "God has been teaching me this." What is it that God has been teaching you? So I go over into my life and looking back in my 42 years, and I think there are definitely some things I have learned, and there's many other things that I could talk about, but some of the lessons I have learned. This will conclude this portion of the message. I'll try to tell you some of the lessons I've learned in another video. Thank you for watching. Pray, teach me, O Lord. End of video.